Imagine this. Even the great leaders of history, like Abraham Lincoln, who faced personal losses and national crises, or Queen Elizabeth I, who navigated political storms to solidify her reign, grappled with profound challenges. Life's ups and downs spare no one, whether you're a world leader or someone navigating daily stresses. Yet the question remains, how do we not just survive, but thrive amidst these challenges? The answer often lies in timeless wisdom. Across cultures and centuries, humanity has sought philosophies and practices to find peace and purpose. Today, we'll explore how Japanese traditions offer practical and profound guidance for modern life. These ideas, deeply rooted in mindfulness, gratitude, and perseverance, provide a lens through which we can reframe our struggles and uncover hidden strengths. Take the concept of Kaizen, which roughly translates to continuous improvement. This philosophy is not just about achieving success in industries. Toyota's use of Kaizen revolutionized manufacturing, but about making incremental, meaningful changes in our lives. For example, when Franklin D. Roosevelt faced the challenge of polio, he didn't overcome it overnight. Through small, consistent efforts, he regained enough strength to lead his nation through the Great Depression and World War II. His story parallels the heart of Kaizen, focusing on the small steps that collectively lead to transformative change. Consider a young professional today, much like Emmy in Tokyo, burdened by deadlines and responsibilities. Instead of succumbing to stress, Emmy adopts Kaizen principles. She dedicates a few minutes daily to mindful breathing and reflection. Over time, this simple practice transforms her outlook, allowing her to navigate life's chaos with newfound calm. Or take the art of Kintsugi, the Japanese practice of repairing broken pottery with gold. Its philosophy, that our flaws and imperfections make us more beautiful, resonates with countless individuals. Think of Steve Jobs, who was ousted from the very company he founded. Embracing his setbacks, he returned stronger, redefining Apple and revolutionizing technology. His journey is a modern embodiment of Kintsugi. These principles are not relics of the past, but tools for our present. Whether you're a CEO, a parent, or a student, the lessons of Kaizen and Kintsugi are accessible to all. Start small. Jot down one thing you're grateful for today, or take a mindful walk. These simple actions can ripple into significant transformations, just as they did for the figures we admire. So as you reflect on life's challenges, remember, resilience isn't about avoiding difficulties, but embracing and growing through them. These philosophies remind us that even amidst the storm, we can find beauty, meaning, and a path forward. In a quiet Japanese village surrounded by blooming cherry blossoms and snow-capped mountains, Aika, whose name fittingly means love song, radiates warmth and resilience. Her laughter brightens the day, and her kindness leaves an impression on everyone she meets. But Aika's secret isn't a life without hardship. Instead, it's her philosophy of Kaizen, a practice of small, continuous improvement that transforms every challenge into an opportunity for growth. While Kaizen is often associated with business strategies like Toyota's rise to dominance, Aika shows how its principles can bring clarity and happiness to personal life. Happiness isn't the absence of sadness, she tells her young neighbor Hiro. It's the presence of gratitude in every moment. Imagine Benjamin Franklin, one of history's greatest thinkers, with his famous 13 virtue system. Each week, he focused on improving just one virtue, like temperance or humility, while maintaining the progress of others. Over time, these small, deliberate efforts led to monumental personal growth. Similarly, Aika applies Kaizen to her daily life, embracing tiny changes that add up to profound transformations. For example, mindset shift. Aika begins her day by reflecting on a single positive thought, even on difficult mornings. Practicing gratitude. She writes one good thing that happened in her journal each night, from a kind word from a neighbor to the taste of fresh miso soup. Embracing emotions. Instead of suppressing sadness, she treats it like an old friend visiting for tea, acknowledging its presence and learning from it. Aika's philosophy starts to influence her village. Hiro, a young farmer struggling to find joy in his daily grind, adopts her practice of journaling. Over weeks, he fills pages with moments of gratitude, the glow of a sunrise, a smile from a stranger, the satisfaction of a well-planted crop. Historical figures like Nelson Mandela exemplify this principle. After 27 years in prison, Mandela emerged not with bitterness, but with a deep appreciation for freedom, relationships, and purpose. His ability to focus on gratitude and incremental steps toward reconciliation transformed an entire nation. Years later, Hero becomes the village leader and introduces the Festival of Petals, where everyone gathers under the cherry blossoms to share their moments of gratitude. The tradition spreads, uniting the community and fostering resilience in the face of life's inevitable challenges. The visual montage here could showcase quick cutscenes of Aika jotting in her journal by lantern light, Hero smiling as he watches the sunrise, villagers laughing together during the festival, cherry blossoms swirling in the breeze. As Aika herself says, happiness is like the sakura petals. They may fall, but their beauty lingers in our hearts. The heart of Aika's story lies in its accessibility. Anyone can embrace Kaizen, whether you're a student, a parent, or a leader. Take one small step today. Write down a single thing you're grateful for. Reflect on one area to improve, or embrace a challenge instead of avoiding it. As Aika's journey shows, the path to lasting happiness doesn't require grand gestures. It begins with a single, intentional step, repeated day by day. Kenji's struggle and a new perspective. Kenji was once a successful craftsman celebrated for his intricate ceramics, but after a devastating failure at an important exhibition, his confidence shattered like one of his broken vases. Weeks turned into months as he spiraled into self-doubt, unable to touch his tools again. It was during this dark time that Kenji met Matsuo, a wise monk who often wandered the village with a serene smile. Matsuo invited Kenji to his temple, where he revealed a centuries-old practice called Kintsugi, the art of repairing broken pottery by filling the cracks with gold. Kenji, Matsuo said, holding a repaired teacup in his hands, the cracks tell a story. They don't erase the vessel's worth, they add to it. Just like this cup, your value lies in the beauty of your imperfections and your ability to mend. Kintsugi, finding strength in imperfection. The philosophy of Kintsugi resonated with Kenji. It wasn't about hiding flaws, but embracing them as part of one's unique journey. This idea parallels the lives of many historical figures who turned their failures into strengths. Take Abraham Lincoln, for example. Before becoming one of America's greatest presidents, he faced countless setbacks, failed businesses, election losses, and personal tragedies. Yet these cracks in his life shaped his resilience and deep empathy, which ultimately defined his leadership during the Civil War. Kenji's transformation through small steps inspired by Matsuo, Kenji decided to repair not just his broken vases, but his broken spirit. He began with simple steps, rising early. Each morning, he greeted the sunrise, allowing its quiet beauty to fill him with hope. Walking meditations, Kenji took daily walks, using the rhythm of his steps to quiet his mind and reflect. Reclaiming his craft. Slowly, he began mending his damaged pottery, filling cracks with golden lacquer. As Kenji worked, he realized something profound. The repaired vases were even more beautiful than before. This mirrored his own transformation. Instead of striving for unattainable perfection, he embraced his vulnerabilities and grew stronger because of them. From personal healing to inspiring others, Kenji's repaired works became highly sought after, not just for their beauty, but for the stories they carried. His journey inspired others in the village to embrace their imperfections. Modern parallels can be found in figures like Oprah Winfrey, who often speaks about how her painful experiences, poverty, trauma, rejection, shaped her into a person capable of great empathy and influence. Like Kenji's pottery, her life story is a testament to the power of embracing scars as symbols of strength. Visualizing Kenji's journey, imagine quick, vivid scenes of Kenji's transformation, a teacup shattering on the ground, symbolizing his initial despair. Matsuo's hands carefully brushing gold lacquer into the cracks of a repaired bowl. Kenji walking along a forest trail at dawn, sunlight filtering through the trees. The final image, Kenji standing proudly in his workshop, surrounded by golden repaired vases, his hands covered in gold dust but steady and confident. Emi's story, finding peace amid life's hustle. Modern Tokyo is a symbol of speed and ceaseless activity, and Emi, a young graphic designer, lives in its unrelenting rhythm. She races against deadlines, juggles meetings, and responds to the never-ending stream of notifications on her phone. The pressure leaves her drained, her mind a whirlpool, unable to find stillness. One day, Emmy decides to join a traditional calligraphy class. There, she meets Master Haruto, a man who has devoted his life to understanding the essence of presence. He begins the lesson with these words: "The river does not resist the flow, it simply moves with it. So should you. Let your mind flow with the rhythm of each brushstroke." At first, Emmy struggled. Her hands trembled, her strokes wavered, and impatience marked every character she tried to write. But gradually, she learned to focus on her breath, to listen to the sound of the brush gliding across the paper. The slow, deliberate movements began to bring her a sense of calm. During one session, as she painted the character Jin, tranquility, Emmy deeply grasped the meaning of flowing with life, moving with the current instead of resisting it. She realized that perfection wasn't necessary in every moment. What mattered was being present and appreciating each small step. A week later, back at her office, Emmy approached her work differently. Instead of reacting instantly to every notification, she paused, took a deep breath, and prioritized what truly mattered. The stress began to ease, and she felt more confident navigating her busy life. The final scene shows Emmy gracefully making a slow brushstroke in dim, peaceful lighting as the words appear: "Flow with the currents of life, and you will find yourself." The heart of Kintsugi, a lesson for us all. Kenji's story teaches us that our imperfections are not weaknesses, but opportunities for growth. Whether it's a failed relationship, a lost job, or a personal setback, we can embrace these cracks and fill them with wisdom, gratitude, and resilience. As Matsuo told Kenji, it's not about returning to who you were before the break. It's about becoming someone stronger, wiser, and more beautiful because of it. 3 lessons, 1 path forward. The stories of Aika, Kenji, and the timeless philosophies they embody leave us with 3 profound lessons. Small steps lead to big changes. Aika's embrace of Kaizen taught us that meaningful progress doesn't happen overnight. It's the small, consistent actions that build a better tomorrow. Find beauty in imperfection. Kenji's journey through Kintsugi reminds us that our flaws and failures are not the end, but a chance to grow stronger, wiser, and more unique. Gratitude unlocks true happiness. Whether it's Aika's mindful reflection or Kenji's newfound appreciation for life's cracks, gratitude transforms even the hardest moments into opportunities for joy. Let's make this a community. We don't want this to be a passive experience. We want to hear from you. What's one small change you'll make today? How will you embrace your imperfections and move forward? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We read every single one and love hearing your stories. A simple challenge. Start with 1 action today. Like this video if you found it inspiring. Share it with a friend who might need a little push. Subscribe to join a community of people committed to growth and gratitude. Because change doesn't have to be dramatic, it just has to begin.